In a sunburned village where water was as rare as gold, lived a teenage boy named Jash. The land of Lorien had once been green and lush, but years of drought had turned it into a barren desert. Most families had left long ago in search of better places. But Jash stayed, with his ailing grandmother, and a deep belief that one day Lorien would bloom again. Every morning, Jash would walk miles to fetch a single pot of muddy water. He didn't use it to drink or bathe. He poured it at the base of a small, shriveled sapling growing on a hill behind their hut. The villagers mocked him. "You're feeding a dying stick while your grandma coughs from thirst," they'd say. But Jash remembered his father's last words. "This tree is the last hope of Lorien. If it lives, we live." Years passed. The tree barely grew. Jash's grandmother became weaker, and the village harsher. One day, during a scorching summer, his grandmother collapsed. The healer said she wouldn't survive without clean water. That night, Jash stood torn between the tree and his grandmother. The pot of water in his hands trembled. He chose his grandmother. The next morning, the sapling was limp, its leaves brown and lifeless. Jash buried his face in his hands. He had sacrificed years of hope for one moment of survival. His grandmother survived the night, but the boy's heart broke. Weeks went by. Then, something strange happened. It rained. Not a downpour, just a drizzle. Enough to wet the earth. Enough to breathe life into dust. The villagers cheered, but Jash didn't. He climbed the hill to apologize to the dead tree one last time. But what he saw stopped him cold. From the stump, a glowing green sprout had emerged, larger, stronger, and unlike any plant he'd ever seen. Its roots had grown deep, protected underground. His years of watering hadn't gone to waste. It had been preparing, waiting. The tree had tested him. By choosing love over pride, Jash had passed. In the weeks that followed, the rains returned slowly but surely. The sapling became a tree. The tree bore fruit. The fruit held seeds. The seeds grew into forests. Lorien lived again. And when Jash grew old, he was known not as the boy who waited for a tree, but the man who understood why he waited. Moral: true patience is not about waiting for the right time. It's about choosing what's right, even when it hurts. The universe tests those who wait and rewards those who do so with love, not pride.